Welcome to Super StarCraft Bros.
Silver Tuesday.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And we have a long one for you today.
But you know what? It's a long one that's sent in.
It is sent in from Tharnambular.
Indeed.
I said that right. I said it right. Whoa. Spelt out good luck and good gaming. Wait a moment, that's not what that means.
Hit Tanax.
He thanks you too. He thanks you too. It's Dracula playing as the blue player. Alright, we'll introduce those players. Of course, in red is Tharnambular. I have to say the name as correctly as possible because during the game I won't remember how to say it. And I'll call him Tharny.
Alright, so like Jay said, bottom left Tharnambular, red Terran.
Tharny.
And his opponent, the blue Terran, hardEIGHT.
You think he has like a heartache? And that was taken, so he's like, sounds like it.
Nah.
Alright. We are doing this in 2 times speed, guys, just because it is a long one. So we thought we'd speed up the game a little bit. If we get into an intense battle,
we will speed it up more.
Which we probably will. We're not going to speed it up more. We'll slow it down. But alright, we have the scouting SCVs poking their heads into both baits. hardEIGHT is going to sneak right... Oh. What? Or not.
I don't really want to know what's going on.
Yeah. Alright, he built a barracks. I'm good. I'm going to go home. And then hardEIGHT is deciding to expand. What the hell? Why?
Well, maybe he figured, hey, my opponent's kind of turtling up a bit.
Turtling? That's the common build for a Terran player.
You know, I might have some time.
Alright, whatever. hardEIGHT going command center first. I forgot how to talk.
Factory on the way for Tharnambular, whereas hardEIGHT is working on his expansion.
I don't even remember what I was trying to say.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Orbital Command just finishing Mighty Morphin in for Tharnambular, and hardEIGHT is throwing up 2 additional racks. Or 2 primary racks.
Yeah, or not really additional. He didn't build a
1 additional on a primary rack.
It looks like that Tharnambular is he building a command center somewhere, or
no? He's
just prepping for defense. I don't know. Is he building it now? No. Oh, okay. We do have a Hellion out for Tharnambular. I don't know if you already said that. And SCV's like tweaking out, going, "What the hell is going on?" Okay. Destiny Cloudfist is coming out for Tharnambular, which is kind of the same build we saw in yesterday's game from, I think it was the red player as well. Or was it blue?
Concept went for the Banshees.
Oh, purple. Purple, sorry. So let's see. So we have Marine, Hellion for told you to forget it, Ambular. And back at hardEIGHT, is he going
double factory?
Double factory, not a bad call. And he already has the bases set up, so he'll be able to actually supply and pay for everything. But we do have a move out from Tharnambular with the Hellions and the Marines, who run kind of funny at ×2 speed.
They run kind of funny at ×1 speed.
Yeah, I mean, it's awkward. I mean, they got to carry this giant gun and giant armor and giant everything. What do you think? How do you think Tharnambular's initial attack is going to go? That bad, eh?
No, I think it might go decently. Not differently, decently. He really needs to wait for these Marines to get here first. He did kind of show his hand with those Hellions. He's going to force out a few more unit production before he actually moves up. Widowmine will be completed soon. It's halfway done right now. And that really could spell trouble to this rather flimsy army.
Yeah, I mean, you have the light armor from the Hellions, and the Marines, because they're so cheap, they are so weak against AoE attacks. I think that hardEIGHT might just suspect Hellion right now. I don't think he would be thinking there's a pack of Marines behind those Hellions.
Either way, here's a Widowmine.
But yeah, I mean, that Widowmine right there is pretty much going to null out any attack Tharnambular does. Unless hardEIGHT is building up an attack pack right now, I don't know.
I mean, unless it doesn't burrow and Tharnambular moves up right now.
Is he? Is he? Is he? No. We have Armory on the way. Hi. What? Hi. Did you hear that? Can we go? Who said go? Seriously, dude, why'd you put us here if we're not gonna move? Why didn't we bury this widow mine? You have a widow mine? Shh. Why is there an SCV with us? When do we have an SCV? Oh! We were waiting for the medvac. So do you think the SCV like changes the tires on everything?
Maybe.
All right, I sense something. I better run and burrow here. The ramp would be too well thought out. Can we go now? Yeah. How about now? Be awesome if another tank rolled up. All right, well, we got buildup of forces. Tharnambular throwing a couple Marines here and there. There is a medvac. Blue Flame is underway for Tharnambular's Hellions. He is waiting on shields. He is going to get the Hellbat servo transformation.
No, that's just a Hellbat.
The Hellbat thingy.
That's just a Hellbat.
Okay. I don't. What is he waiting for? I mean, there's 2 medvacs now. And there's a tank. Oh, there's another tank. Some Marauders. Nothing new. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright. Gotcha. We got +2 on the way for Tharnambular. Battle shields are now done. Blue Flame is still going. He started stim, and looking at hardEIGHT, we have additional tanks. We have a sensor tower going up. And it looks like we have a Widow Mine drop coming from Tharnambular into the main. Never mind.
Those aren't Widow Mines.
I'm sorry, the Widow Mine was highlighted. We have a Hellbat and 2 Hellions, which how does the Hellbat get bigger than the...
He works out.
Alright. Here we go. Drop into the main mineral line. Going to be able to light up a lot of SCVs. Start going down. Oh, Blue Flame just finished. Going to help nullifying those SCVs even more. 1 tank is moving back there for hardEIGHT to try and destroy this attack, or at least protect the SCVs that are running away. And back to the front door. No movement whatsoever because, hey, multi-pronged attacks are so overrated.
Wait, I think the thing that Tharnambular was hoping for was hardEIGHT to overreact to that and then move in. Because, you still have this huge buildup right here.
True. I mean, unfortunately, though, that
sensor tower sees everything.
Perfect. I mean, it sees that there is a large army.
That was probably just right here in range. It might be able to clip this Hellbat.
Bummer. Alright, the tanks are going to try and position themselves around that sensor tower.
This one will hit them.
And here we go. Bombardment of the red forces have begun. And a scan goes down, revealing those forces, allowing 2 of the tanks to fire down on the red army. And unfortunately, Tharnambular, I don't know if this is going to work. He needs something to at least break the tank line.
Yeah. And while we had that little standoff, we had hardEIGHT take an expansion. Tharnambular, he built that armory, engineering base.
Well, he already had the armory up.
Oh.
So, yeah, it does look like Tharnambular is going to look for what could be the 3rd. And he might drop on that and deny the 3rd for hardEIGHT. But it looks like hardEIGHT kind of knows he went that way. And these medvacs, I predict, are going to blow up before dropping any soldiers.
Well, they could use their afterburn.
They could. All right. All right. Better repair that up. Fixie.
And, they will most likely get away.
Alright, so Tharnambular is going to head back. Looks like a scouting marine might pick up that the medvacs are heading back to the red base. And why don't we go ahead and go back to ×2 speed. Alright, so we're going to speed it up a little bit, guys. Looks like we're going to be in between engagements at the moment. Double supply drop on the supply depots for Tharnambular. Absolutely hate seeing those. And another sensor tower. I got to tell you, Iron Sparks, I really think that the sensor tower in 1v1 is definitely something that is not utilized enough by Terran players. I know it's a little costly, but I mean, mid-game, you can afford to throw down some sensor towers.
The thing about that, your opponent knows where it is.
I know, but you know if your opponent's coming into that radius.
But your opponent can just dodge it.
Well, it looks like that's exactly what Tharnambular is going to try and do. He's skirting to the south of the sensor towers, and this attack may do well.
This isn't in the sensor tower range.
No, it is not. Here we go. Drop right on the main. SCVs run the hell out of there before, or actually, and after a couple of them die. Looks like the main orbital command is the target of this attack. I don't think it's going to go down, though. We have an engagement. Tanks not siege. Red army capable of doing a little bit of damage, but just the amount of bio and the tanks that were in the back of that. Clean up.
Yeah, the one little mistake Tharnambular made was he moved instead of moved attack.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That will do ya.
Because like one of the Hellbats just kind of ran straight into a siege tank.
That's what you do. It works all the time.
That's if they're sieged.
None of the time. Alright, Tharnambular still has a pretty decent army. He is about 20 points below on the supply level.
You know, this army is kind of scary.
You know, that amount of tanks, I mean, and one of the classic builds you saw in TvT was Tank Marine. Mm-hmm. And it still works, no matter what tech you get out as a Terran player. I think what he really wants to do is probably move those Widow Mines up first. Maybe start shutting off or at least closing up some avenues of attack. And then start moving the tanks out a little by little, sieging them, creating a siege line, then move up slowly. He could possibly win that way.
Is this the only Widow Mine?
I think so.
Oh, there was a drop up here because we were paying attention. A lot of damage is done to the economy, but Tharnambular's army is going to fall.
Yeah, hey, when that economy really takes a hit. Widow Mines have been thrown down to help protect the mineral line. That shouldn't be too big of a hit, considering hardEIGHT still has quite a bit in the bank. Tharnambular is rebuilding that army. He just lost on that attack on the 3rd. It does look like hardEIGHT is taking a 4th now. And I don't know, but all signs are leaning towards hardEIGHT if he could just move out. He needs to be aggressive.
Yeah, thing with hardEIGHT, he probably could just roll over and, you know, stomp.
At a beat? It looks like Tharnambular is going to go heavier tanks on his builds now.
Which I think is good, because to fight tanks, you sometimes need to use your own tanks.
Yeah, I mean, you set up tank lines, and then you have to go in and kind of do hit and run with your bio.
You know, it's like to fight monsters, you have to create monsters of your own.
I loved Pacific Rim. It was such a good movie. Did you guys go see Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the mic. I want to see Elysium. Maybe we can go next one.
Maybe.
Alright, good old standoff again, and we're in ×2 speed. Alright, here we go. It's an engagement. No siege tanks, but we got stim on both sides splitting down the middle into a sea of bloody redness. I don't know who's winning. I can't tell who's winning. I think there's more tanks on the blue side. But I think there were.
You know, there was more tanks, but Tharnambular siege is up first.
Alright, let's see. It looks like Tharnambular takes the win. The only thing left for hardEIGHT are the medvacs, but there's quite a decent sized army at the top of the ramp. Tanks do siege to provide some more protection, but they go down. It looks like Tharnambular, if he can reinforce his army, is going to be able to crush at least a good portion of the main base of hardEIGHT. But there's no reinforcements in sight. They're all over there.
You know, the thing is, Tharnambular still has a tank. But you know,
there's no tank. Thors are here.
Thor is here.
Alright, so Thors are on the map for hardEIGHT. I don't know exactly how these are going to turn the tide of battle. But hey, they're here.
You know, I actually don't know what Thors are good for anymore.
But
they're Thors.
I mean,
it's like carriers. They're not good for anything.
No, they're not. Like the Thors.
It's like battle cruisers. They're not good for anything.
I feel like the Thor's been like nerfed way too much.
I think like the thing with the Thor, I have no idea when I want to change this.
I don't know either. How long does it activate for? I have not used.
You switch them.
I haven't used Thor in. So what does that switch from?
Well, this is
that like an artillery type cannon?
This makes it strike a single air target for heavy damage.
Okay, so if you're going against like Tempest or battle cruisers or stuff.
Yeah.
Which will never happen.
And that activates the Punisher cannons.
Okay.
Whereas the Javelin and missile launchers and Thor's hammer, it attacks everything.
All right. Boy, man, not kidding when they said this was a long one. Should we increase the speed more? What do you guys say? Should we do it? Should we do it? More speed?
But wait.
Holy drop army.
But wait.
I like how they hit the afterburner. Another base for hardEIGHT. Oh my god, talk about greed. I don't think Tharnambular was expecting to get that one. Loads the army again. He doesn't deny that base. And come on, guys. Get your butts in. I don't know how to get into the medvac.
Fine, you're walking.
God, that delay's gonna hurt. Well, we do have a planetary here. And the blue army.
You know, the one thing Tharnambular didn't do was reinforce his army with tanks.
Nope. And because there is a planetary behind him and a blue army in front of him, Tharnambular is going to lose this army. And because Thors are finally in the mix, we'll probably see some of the medvacs go too. A couple did blow up right over the Thors. One of them bugs. One bugs out. No units whatsoever in its cargo base. And we did have a small attack on the main gate.
But you know, these Widow Mines just right themselves did a lot of damage to the Ancient Right coming up.
Oh, he did lose a Thor though. Unfortunately, hardEIGHT loses a Thor at the main door. And there's a Marine and 2 Marauders who are trying to harass this mineral line. Easily picked off though. Ouch. More Thors on the way. +3 attack coming for Tharnambular, which will help a little bit. And we have a 2-2 coming for hardEIGHT. We got 2 vehicle and 2 bio. And Hellbats of his own. Shall we increase speed? Take her to Mach 17, Scotty.
Oh.
Alright, we're going ×4 on this one, so we'll try and keep up, see how long we can cast this. Blue army is moving out. Looks like he is trying to solidify and grab that base. I cannot believe that on a map like this you're going to a 5th base, but that's me. Tharnambular has maxed out on his army. hardEIGHT is about maxed out too. The only thing to really build is 2 Marines, which I think he just did. Yep. And they're a rock's distance away from each other. Okay, slow it down. I'm gonna have to go with the blue ones on this one. Siege tanks were siege, but a couple of them do crumble underneath the massive amount of damage caused by the bio. And Iron Sparks. Looks like Red Army's taking this one.
You know, I think it might purely just be the upgrade advantage that's winning him these battles. I mean, he has 3-2 on his bio, whereas this is just 1-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does turn the tide, at least in supply. Tharnambular does take on the supply advantage. And I say go marching, go march up that ramp, kick some butt. Or attack that expansion. Same thing. Not really. Alright.
He forced the cancel just with 2 Marauders hitting it.
Hey, this is scary Marauders.
And here are the tanks. I think the tanks, even though he's winning these engagements, it'll help him win even more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that he didn't move up that ramp because there are still those 3 Widow Mines. I had forgotten about those guys right there. And they are going to be able to cut down any army that decides to go in. Scan. Does it reveal?
Nope.
Might actually send up a unit maybe to get rid of those Widow Mines. Nope. Here we go. They're going to walk right next to the Widow Mines. They are stimmed. And,
I'm pretty sure that was focus fire on medvacs.
Ugh. And, yeah, medvacs are gone. A lot of the bio units are gone.
And, you know, without those medvacs, you really can't hold yourself together.
Nope, you just start falling apart without that lovely green beam. It's like a green bean. And there's reinforcements.
Nice mines, Tharnambular.
Totally nice mines, man. Totally.
Lol, thanks.
Gotta lull it. Lull it up.
You know, Tharnambular is taking his own 4th right now.
Really?
Really.
Good for him. How about someone take the win? Take the win! Quit it! Alright, I like Quidditch. Alright, another engagement. I don't know. Every time I call it, I get it wrong. Alright, it's broken. Go! March! 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 Hold position. It's like when you tell a dog to sit, 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 and then like lays down. You're like, good boy, lay down. Stop expanding. Stop letting him.
You know, I think the reason hardEIGHT's losing these battles is because he just kind of walks into them.
Yeah, it's really not good to walk into a bunch of fire, artillery, and explosives.
Like, he doesn't sit back here and he attacks. He goes, like if I'm here and trying to attack you, instead I just go, hey.
He also keeps engaging with a good amount of tanks, but he doesn't siege them. Okay, get away from me.
Get away from me.
Well, the thing is, his tanks were sieged first that battle.
I know, but I don't know.
And a 5th coming for Tharnambular.
I was about to say, what button is it? Alright, we're going to go up in speed again. We do have 1 sensor tower still up, and I do believe it can see the Red Army right now. Again, a lot build up. I mean, those medvacs are very, very heavily damaged. A lot of SCVs have been pulled into the army, which are going to be repair up any and all mech that's in the army, which is a good call. Good call. I think Tharnambular can afford to sacrifice some SCVs. Unfortunately, Tharnambular is supply blocked right now. Never mind, he must have just done a drop. And here we go. Attack on the 3rd. He probably thinks that this is the only mining, or at least one of the top mining facilities for hardEIGHT. And it looks like hardEIGHT is going to try and position himself down the ramp in case they come down here. But intelligently, Tharnambular positioned a couple siege tanks. I like that position.
Yeah, also the thing with hardEIGHT doing here, I don't think it's really a good spot because Tharnambular has the high ground after that.
Yeah. So it looks like hardEIGHT does retreat down to his initial high ground outside the expansion. There is another expansion over here, kind of a ninja expand onto Tharnambular's side of the map. And it looks like instead of going for the main, which I think Tharnambular should, considering he's almost maxed out, he decides to go for this planetary.
Which he knew he was here.
Yeah.
He had encountered it before. Almost killed it last time, too. Set it on fire.
This time it does go down. The missile turrets, SCVs, refineries are all going to go down now.
A lot of mid-backs.
And this is going to greatly cut the income levels now because hardEIGHT has lost 2 essentially fully saturated bases.
You know, I think this is the most use of Hellbats I've seen.
Yeah, I like Hellbats, but I think you have to have a lot of them, and I think you have to mix them in with a lot of mech,
them,
or you have to you got to have a lot of bio with them.
And he has both.
Yeah, he does. And the red snake is slithering its way down to hardEIGHT's base. We do have a planetary that just morphed into that ninja expand across the map for hardEIGHT. And the last bit of reinforcements for Tharnambular are now here. It is time to put the pedal to the metal. Ooh, tank picked off. And here we go. Stim a little early. He goes up the ramp. He might want to throw a scan down, maybe to try and get some damage done on the midvacs. But hey, this is a good hold right here from hardEIGHT. At the very least, he's going to annihilate a lot of red units.
Yeah, a lot will fall. The siege tanks are repositioning themselves to try to get some better shots against hardEIGHT. You know, a lot of units from Tharnambular has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, his supply was at 200. It's now dropped almost 100 supply count down. The midvacs getting a little overzealous, thinking they can move in and do some damage, but they just can't. Tharnambular is going to be able to do a soft contain right now with those tanks outside the ramp. That's a lot of blood everywhere. It's a lot of blood. And those widow mines still there. So, one of them has what? 8 HP?
Yeah. But you know, if this tank gets hit, this dies.
Yeah, that's true. Scan reveals the siege tanks that are still there. It looks like they are going to unsiege and back up a bit, and now we have Tharnambular really going into this hold. He's building bunkers down below. So he's pretty much trying to shut him down. I think Tharnambular thinks that he has hardEIGHT just in those 2 bases, and that's it.
You know, really, this base isn't that big of a deal.
I mean, it is a source of income, though, especially because you expect hardEIGHT to probably be mined out at the natural and the main. And we have some SCVs trying to run over to another expand that's just north of the placement. Why did that cause so much fallback? I don't know. Blue moves out now, picks up a couple units. He's going to be able to pick up the stragglers who are retreating back to the red side of the map. And we have a drop into the main for hardEIGHT. I'm thinking this is it. I think this might be it. hardEIGHT has lost his high ground advantage. And eventually he has to act like Tharnambular and try and get up to his own base.
Yeah, I mean, granted these Widowmans are still here, but they've already launched their missiles. And now it's really going to come up to which siege tanks will do better. The hardEIGHTs are not yet sieged, they're just kind of stuttering forward, whereas these are going to be able to start raining down fire from the heavens.
I don't think they really launch it that high into the air. It's more like a straight projector. There are a lot of tanks for hardEIGHT. They are dealing a lot of damage, but they do decide to stim at the bottom of that ramp.
Now we have a pincer move.
Yeah, we got the bio moving up now. There are some Hellbats moved mixed in there. I'm amazed that those widow mines are still there. And they do whittle down a lot of the reinforcing bio. Seriously, throw down a scan, Tharnambular. And but the tanks are now gone. Supply is now 131 Tharnambular to 75 hardEIGHT. Unfortunately, though, Tharnambular's army is sitting right next to a trio of widow mines who are about 60% reloaded. And I don't think Tharnambular knows they're there.
He still has 1 HP.
I'm amazed. That's impressive. He's even got a rank now. That's a sergeant. Alright, the natural orbital command is going to fall down. It's caught on fire. Scans are being dropped somewhere on the map. Don't really care where.
He's checking all the other expansion locations.
Okay. And here we go. Tanks going down. It looks like hardEIGHT is not going to be able to put together too much of a resistance against this invasion force from Tharnambular. And it looks like supply depots are going down. Nice diversion, says hardEIGHT. You know, it's always nice, especially when you get into the long games like this one has been. Usually your opponent, when you start winning, just rages.
Well,
But,
it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But GG is thrown up by hardEIGHT, returned by Tharnambular.
And hardEIGHT does leave the game, so hey, it's a long one, but Tharnambular takes the win.
Yeah, he really fought through that war of attrition.
Yeah, and yeah, so leave a comment down below on how you think the game went, guys.
Big thank you to Tharnambular for sending that in.
Send them in, but please not that long. Come on now. Come on. Hit that like button, subscribe, favorite, share, all that lovely YouTube stuff. Send us your replays at SuperStarcraftBros@gmail.com. That email address is down below in the description. While you're down there, hit all those buttons we just told you about.
Indeed.
Good luck, have fun.
GG.